Jenson, you've got a slightly different task ahead of you today than you had, say, at Silverstone, where you were starting third on the grid. Today you're 13th. What's the game plan?
Well, hopefully we've got the right strategy, and I think we have from where we're starting. And we've got to overtake. That's the main thing. You know, we're running, I think, less wing than most people are, so that we are able to overtake, and have to wait and see. But the first lap we've got to get past a few cars, and then we're fighting with people like Pitsonia and maybe Taku, so it gets a little bit more difficult then.
Do you have to have a slightly more flexible approach to take into consideration?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the people that I'm around, hopefully we're going to be quite a bit quicker then. So we've got to think about, you know, when I'm going to make my pit stop. It's not clear cut like it normally is. We need to think where I'm going to drop into. So I might stop 2 laps earlier than expected, or 2 laps. Well, I can't stop 2 laps later, but 2 laps earlier than expected, or we might put more or less fuel in for the next stop, just to get me out in front of someone else, or drop me in behind someone else. So there's so much to take into account, and the guys, the strategy guys and the engineers have got a lot to think about.
Well, indeed, they do have a lot to think about. And Jenson talked about his wing, so let's take a look at it, shall we, on this BAR. If you have a look, you can't exactly see the angle, but let me tell you, trust me, it is less than most other cars there. Indeed, Jenson's top speed was 329 kilometers an hour. That's the quickest out of anyone except for Michael Schumacher, so he's obviously planning on doing some overtaking this afternoon. So let's look at the first 2 targets for Jenson. Off the grid, it's got to be the 2 Jaguars of Webber and Clean. But the crucial thing is when he gets to his teammate Takuma Sato, who's sitting just over there, by the way. BAR have an internal policy, and that's if their drivers get behind each other, they've got 3 laps to find out whoever's quickest, and then if the guy in front is slowest, he has to let his teammate by.